You got. Yeah. What? 뭐라고? What? 맛있게 드세요. 네, 맛있게 먹어. 맛있게 먹어. 맛있게 먹어. 맛있게 먹어 is eat. Yeah. 먹어요. 네, 먹어. Yeah. Yeah. 맛있게 먹자. Good. Okay. Okay. How's your traveling start?
When we start to travel, we wanted to go on a van because we were very
Camper van.
Yes,
Okay.
because we were very like
House people.
house people. Yes.
You're
Simple
settled.
life.
You're
We
settled.
never-
Yeah. With a
I
routine.
think we were city person. So because I grew up in a city with 7 million of people, Bogota is my city, and
Bogota.
Ruben, we never know other than the city. So we are shaped by the city. And we wanted to do this van trip where we are in New Zealand with like Instagram pictures and everything. But COVID started, so we were very sad because New Zealand it was closed, and we wanted to go also to Japan. It was closed, and everything it was getting very hard for traveling, even in Europe. So we decided that maybe it will be more nice. Maybe it will be more easy cross borders by bike.
When was it?
Because
It was in 2021.
2021.
Yeah, I read you are traveling 2 years.
Yes.
Dubai. That's great.
So we
Lovely.
started-
Congratulations.
Yeah, because the first time we realized that it was my father's birthday and we couldn't cross the border between Switzerland and France because we were living in Switzerland at that moment and border was closed. Impossible to cross border
Because of Corona.
because of
Wow.
Corona. And we were
Even in Europe.
Yes.
Wow.
and we were not so close, not so far away. So I said, I don't want my father, my parents stay alone for this. It was a 60 birthday.
60 birthday.
And I want to share that with my parents. So I said, my parents rent the house. next to the border, and we crossed the border with a bicycle. And it was okay
But
because
was okay.
It was the
Yes,
first time.
it was the first time. But
Okay, it was okay, not the car, the by bike, it's
no,
okay.
because there are like cities at the border, so the people don't realize that we are crossing, like traveling. It's like, it's like just going back to their home, or I don't know. So we cross.
Nice one, I
Everything
like
was
it, I
okay.
like it,
We
I
spent
like
the
it.
weekend. We crossed again back to Switzerland.
It was okay. Perfect.
I like it, I like it.
And
So-
after that, we start to think, okay,
Maybe we could go everywhere.
bicycle,
Bicycle is...
we never did that, but we can try. And
And
so at that moment, we bought 2 bikes.
we started to
Is
study.
that one?
Yes.
Okay,
We
great.
But
started
it-
to study because we wanted to know where, how it was, because we didn't know anything about that.
But we didn't believe that we are going to do that a long time, because we bought the cheapest bike in Decathlon. They are like
Like a Decathlon, I know.
cheapest
Chris, I know.
bike of Decathlon. They are this one. Because we thought we are going to try 1 month or 2 months, but after everything
will
will go back to normal after COVID, so we could do our van stuff. And the second thing is, because of COVID, we couldn't stay in hostel or in all this place was like or closed,
Wow.
or you need a PCR or a COVID test for sleep in the night. So we say impossible to do that every day. So we decided to buy a tent.
Because it's
So you got the
easy.
tent, yeah?
Yes.
So it's a really great thing that you go opposite. So people chosen stay at home and never go out,
Yeah.
but you chosen
Yeah.
the best way. So.
And when we started the trip, it was the first time we slept in a tent.
Yes.
Nice.
We never slept in a tent in the
For me-
forest.
But it's lovely, yeah? Oh, you got it,
Yes,
you
now,
got it,
now I know, but
you got it.
the first day, I am from Colombia.
She
Jungle for Colombian people is dangerous because there is guerrilla.
What's that? What's that?
Guerrilla and paramilitary people are
they're-
grupos armados, ¿cómo se dice?
They like an army would live in the forest in general.
Groups with arms that they are fighting
And they stay
about,
always in
about the land.
and they stay
But-
always in the jungle.
But they get involved with narco traffic. So with coca. So it was very long years of difficult times for everyone, and we could not travel because they were making retenes. Like they were
Blocus in
blocus
the
in
block in
each-
the
everywhere.
road. You need to pay like for crossing the road.
And they were in the jungle because they were making they were transforming the coca leaves to the other thing. So we were very afraid about the jungle, and I was from the city, so for me it was like going into the hell. And the first night it was horrible.
She didn't sleep.
I couldn't sleep
Really?
because we arrived.
You hear so many sounds. The nature of the forest is alive. No, there are many
No,
sounds,
but
many
it was
animals.
because of the time. Because we,
But you started where?
yes,
From
that
where?
was the only country that it was
yeah.
open in Europe. It was Sweden.
Sweden was open. You could fly and
The borders were
Oh,
open.
because yeah,
So we think, well, we go to Sweden
that's great.
And we
It's
started.
really great, yeah.
and we arrived in Stockholm. But the problem it was they were summer and the light it don't goes out. So when it's night it's always day.
it's never night.
So-
It's bigger, it's bigger.
Yes. So all the birds are get up.
Mm.
They don't go to sleep.
And that was the first night, yeah?
Yes, so they
Okay.
were shouting and I heard that it was people.
She thought, yes.
And I was with my knife next to me.
Oh, come on.
And I was,
Okay.
oh my god.
She wake me
someone
up.
is
She wake me up during the night. She say, someone is
No,
outside.
no, no,
Someone
no.
want to kill us.
Yes.
No.
I say, you want? I
No.
go outside to
No,
check. He said,
no.
no. I said, okay. Yeah, I
No.
go
But
back
I
to
could not sleep in
She,
all the
she
night.
didn't sleep all night.
How-
I sleep very well. But
Because-
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah.
Because
Be careful.
in my country, in my country,
Tell me
we-
someone
we
come to
are-
kill us. I will wake
No,
up.
no, never.
Never.
Don't worry.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, in my country, we are cheap
Yeah.
for all fear.
And then from kind of bike trip, and then it's really switched. And,
Yeah,
and then how, when is the
we
first
only
when
3
is
days.
the first moment you start to enjoy it?
3 days after.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Yes,
Very
You
fast.
got
Because I
it. This
understand.
kind of the layers of fear, which is most of people worry about, and that's why they don't do. It just take 1 day, 2 days,
Yes,
no?
it's not too
It's
much.
very, very
Yes.
fast.
And I was afraid about my strength, but I realized that
After 1 week, you got the
no, and I realized that if I am tired, I can
Stop,
stop
yeah.
and I can sleep.
yeah.
I
you
always
can
were
sleep,
when
yeah.
sleeping and in the middle of the day. So I say to Ruben, I need to sleep now.
Put like
And I
something in
put
the
Tent,
like a
you know?
blanket. No,
Hammock.
And she sleep 1 hour,
And
2
then
hours.
So you started from Sweden, and then
Sweden, and like 4 days after, they opened the borders of Finland. So we say, oh, maybe we could go to Finland. So we saw that they were like an island in between, and we said, we crossed by. It was the best
Yeah, it was
thing that
amazing.
we do.
It was in summer, it was very, very all Finland. All this country was unexpected, but for each one it was like a surprise. And Finland is amazing. We crossed all Finland by bicycle.
We are in love with every country, but it was very special.
especially on the bike.
It was
And
special.
we had this idea of reaching the North Cape. It's like the
Wait. I want to say something. At the beginning, sorry. At the beginning, we were going by big autopistas,
road.
big roads, because we thought it was more easy going straight. For going more fast. So we tried the first like 1 week, but we didn't saw anyone, and it was very difficult going inside the forest because there were like a lot of ants and no, because the forest there is like it's not natural forest, but it's only for making paper and use the
wood.
wood. So the forest is weird, and you can find even bones, and you feel like it's not the place to sleep. So we tried to go a little bit more there, more
East.
and Ruben found out warmshower.
At the time, it's the first time you found out.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
we
didn't know before.
No,
No, because we started the trip and it was like
okay.
we after 1
we
week.
don't know anything.
No. But after
But I told you on the way, as soon as you start, you got it. Yeah,
exactly.
one by one you got it. Yeah.
after 1 week we feel like it's nice traveling by bike, but we want to meet people, no? Because you are in the country and sometimes it's difficult to because
And
also
they have shelters there.
Finland, Sweden, they are very big country with not so many people, so it's very empty, like forest and nothing. So you need some application, something to catch
That's
people
right,
because
yeah,
it can be difficult without that. So we try warmshower and also
And it
couch
was
surfing,
amazing.
and it was
Couchsurfing, yes.
best.
And after they started to say to us, oh, you need to go to the region of the lakes, but it was like going to Russia. And I was like, yes, but we had this, sorry, you can tell me. We had this objective,
This idea of going to North Cape.
North Cape.
Okay.
We say like, we go to North Cape because
Okay.
it's the most.
Okay.
And but the North Cape it was north, and we were starting to go east. And I said to Ruben, don't worry, everyone is told telling us that we need to go there. We go there. So we arrived to the point of going like
Just next to St.
just next
Petersburg.
to Russia.
It was close.
But it was close. I at that
So you was
moment,
on the way to the St. Petersburg and it's closed.
I think
So you come back. Yeah, I went to the same. Yeah.
if they were open, I
When we
think
went to Russia.
because my dream once it was going to Japan.
From through there. Okay.
So, but they were closed, so we
We go down.
We didn't try to cross the border by bicycle to Russia because it's very. You cannot cross border in Russia. They are very well.
yes, we never
checked.
tried.
No, it's
I
impossible.
will take a rest a little bit.
Yeah,
Thank you so
sure.
much.
How do you know that? How did you? Yeah. Okay. It's written. It's written. His bicycle slowly come into my heart. How is it?
Amazing. I love soup like that. Fresh soup is very good.
With the ice, how is it?
This is like radish.
Radish, yes, like yesterday, yeah? And chicken inside. Yeah, I think it's worth to pay for this, I think.
Very good.
Yeah.